Hey guys, welcome to another Ashes of Creation video. This is going to be a guide going over 50 tips and tricks for Alpha 2. If you are someone who wants to go into Alpha 2 blind, I absolutely understand. However, this is going to give you a general direction on some things so you don't have to spend time finding it out on your own. Without further ado, we have a lot to go over. Number 1, chat categories. If you are trying to whisper to a player, the command is /tell and then the player name. When filtering through the chat, you can select the different categories, but it does not automatically change the category you are typing in. For example, when selecting the guild chat tab at the top, it's going to filter the chat you see, but you still need to manually change the chat you are typing into. You can do this using /commands or by selecting the chat in the bottom left corner. Number 2, bags and their stack sizes and the bag levels. The type of artisan bags you can equip are going to be determined by your level and certification in that artisan skill. Novice bags stack up to 43, and apprentice bags stack up to 63 respectively. The stack bonus is only applied to materials that are the same type as the artisan bag you have equipped. Otherwise, you can still put the materials in the bag, but the max stack size will be limited to 20. Mining bags have given me the most versatility, and I'm currently running 2 apprentice mining bags. Number 3, gathering skill levels. In order to be able to gather tier 2 resources in a particular gathering skill, you will need to be level 10 in that skill and request a certification upgrade from the appropriate NPC. In order to gather tier 3 resources, you need to be level 20 in that skill. Number 4, each material node gives 100 XP. So keep in mind the grind to the next tier of gathering is a long one, and each gathering profession is not equal in terms of time to level. This is not because of the XP being different, but what is different is the ability to find the resources themselves. Lumberjacking is the easiest as there are trees literally everywhere, with hunting being the hardest as the gatherable mobs at times can be difficult to find if you do not know where to look. Number 5, you will need 160 XP to hit the level 20 of any gathering skill to be able to gather the highest tier materials. This requires 1600 of the same gatherable type in order to hit max gathering in just a single profession. If you plan to do this, just know it is a long time commitment, and although wipes are going to be limited, they are ultimately inevitable. Number 6, material drop upon death is 50% of your mats in your bag, and only 50% of the mats that drop can be recovered after you die. Be careful if you have been farming for a while as dropping half of your stuff feels very bad, and after you've been grinding for a while especially. Bank often at a node or sell to a vendor when you can. Number 7, the Ember Spring difference between attuned versus home. Respawn points are called Ember Springs, and before you can respawn at them, you need to visit one and attune at it. Upon death, you can choose between either the closest Ember Spring you have attuned at, or you can respawn at your home. In order to set an Ember Spring as your home, after you have attuned to it, you can interact with it again and it will prompt you accordingly. Number 8, equipping 2 weapons will level them at the same time. This is very important as you often will level your skills very fast, so do this very early. You should equip your second weapon immediately. Number 9, you can get your second weapon right away with the caveat of the short bow. All of these weapons are at the beginning once you come through the portal within the first couple seconds of the game. Most weapons are up against the wall in the open hallway. Number 10, race does not matter for gameplay at the moment, but it will change the look of the armor you have equipped. Steven, please make these separate drops. I want to be able to wear the Vec Wolf headdress as a human. Pretty please. Number 11, you get access to your tier 2 abilities at level 6 and your third tier abilities at level 12. These are large power spikes once you hit both these points as you unlock certain abilities. Number 12, you will get your first mount within the first 20 minutes of the game. If you want a wolf, bear, or cat mount, you can spend 55 silver once you collect one of the animals via the hunting system. The current animal husbandry system allows a 50-50 chance on the craft being a mount or a beast of burden for the caravans. Remember, it is 55 silver per spin, so not getting the desired result is a hefty money sink. Number 13. Hitting level 10 requires more XP than hitting level 11, but once you hit level 10, you can buy your level 10 gear, which will give you a big boost in power. You can buy this gear at the vendor in any of the nodes. Number 14. Before you hit level 10, you can buy copper gear, which is another big jump in power. You can buy these from the vendors at a node or the Lionhold equipment vendor. Number 15. Creating a guild requires a guild scroll, which you make by buying a Merrill guild seal from a guild vendor, which there's one in each node. Then you need to make ink using ruby powder and water. After you have the badge, ink, and some paper, you can make the guild scroll. The only thing you need to find in the wild is a ruby. The rest you can buy from the vendors through the material tab. Number 16. The materials tab, you can find more than just water and paper. They sell other crucial materials such as seeds and materials for cooking. Most vendors have a wide list of materials for sale. Number 17. Do not sell materials straight to vendors for 2 reasons. Number 1. With slightly more effort, you can turn the raw materials into processed or crafted goods, which at times can sell for literally 10x more. Number 2. If you do not want to spend the time doing that yourself, myself or others would be willing to buy them from you to do it ourselves or to have more mats to level our artisan skills. Number 18. Don't sell droppings. While this falls under the last tip slightly, it is extremely important for droppings specifically. Droppings are one of, if not the biggest bottleneck for farming and tailoring. I will buy your shit, quite literally. Number 19. There are 3 types of commission boards: Artisan, Adventure, and Merrill. Adventure and Artisan boards will reward you with Clint and XP. Merrill commissions will reward you with node currency and XP. Number 20. Node currency is used to buy gear from the node currency vendor. As of right now, these are in the forms of uncommon or rare cloaks. Number 21. In order for nodes to build buildings, they need to complete certain commodities tied to the type of building. You can see these on the node screen when you become a citizen. Number 22. You can become a citizen when you reach level 10. This unlocks voting, Merrill commissions, node buffs, and the last but not least, the opportunity to pay taxes. Number 23. It's important to set your expectations for Alpha 2 as the different phases roll out. Phase 1's focus is on server stability and testing the length of progression. Phase 2's focus is on node advancement and features including freeholds and economy. Phase 3's focus is on getting content rolled out, including more biomes. Number 24. Rations are really important up until you can regen mana or health as part of your class kit, but not as important if you're running around with a bard with a mana song and a cleric. If not, buy 60 rations at a time as you run out. You can get these from most of the vendors. Number 25. Food buffs help out quite a bit and they last an hour each. You can make them or buy them from the cooking vendor. Number 26. Salves are not very helpful right now, but that may change on November 8th as more crafts will be unlocked as more node buildings are built. Better salves and potions are hopefully incoming. Number 27. Equipable drops come only from humanoid mobs. Keep in mind the loot tables of the mobs you are farming. Number 28. In order to make commodities, you can turn your glint in for different tiered commodities at the Hunter's Lodge. Be aware that caravans currently feel pretty broken and often don't return rewards at the moment. But just this week, they've been patching a lot of cargo bugs, so hopefully this changes soon. Number 29. You can AFK fish while taking a short break, but be aware not all water you can fish from. Number 30. Events are a great source of XP and money, and most, if not all events, are working after the first 2 weeks of testing. Number 31. Although we are in Alpha 2, there are a ton of creators giving out lots of information on the game and its systems. There are discords for realms, and mayors are even having town hall meetings already. Join the greater community to stay embedded and in the loop. I will list the Discord provider below for those who are on that realm. Number 32. While you can solo in Ashes, and it is possible, it is generally easier in a group. Finding a guild will help you achieve your personal goals faster and make you feel like you are part of a community. You can find guilds on the official Ashes of Creation forums and their Discord server. There are also plenty of guilds recruiting in-game as well. If you'd like to join the Drifters, my guild, we are recruiting. Click the guild Discord link below and message an officer for details. Number 33. Send bug reports anytime you find a bug. Remember, we are in testing, and the purpose of testing is to make the 1.0 version of Ashes the best that it can be. Sending a bug report is as easy as typing /bug in chat. If you have feedback for game design, put it in the official forums and keep an eye out for emails in your inbox about specific system feedback. Number 34. If you are looking for a group to grind XP, go to a point of interest and start inviting other players who look like they are also solo. If you can't find anyone, type LFG in global. You should be able to find a group fairly fast. Number 35. There are already quite a bit of status effects in the game, and a lot of them stack and interact with each other. There was a really handy Reddit post that I will link in the description detailing all of these effects. Number 36. To flag for corruption, press Alt-F. If you are attacked and you are not flagged, you will not automatically be flagged. You will still need to manually flag, pressing Alt-F. Number 37. If you kill someone who is not flagged, you will be corrupted. If you kill someone who is flagged or is already corrupted, you will not gain corruption. Always fight corrupted players, there's no downside, and they can drop gear. Number 38. There are elite mobs in the game, but every elite mob is not equal. The elite status ranges from 1 to 3, with 3 being the most difficult. In the center and most point of interest, the mobs are all 3-star elites. Number 39. Normal mobs, even non-elites, can be deadly if you are not careful. Normal mobs do have mechanics, unlike other games. Number 40. While you are not tied to the starting zone after getting your mount, it could benefit you greatly to stay until level 5, give or take a level. The commissions and content there are made for that level range. Once you leave the starting zone, the level of mobs are tied to the point of interest they are home to, and these vary greatly. Number 41. You can turn in commissions no matter where you are, and you can turn them all in at once with the Turn in All Commissions button. This can be found in your quest journal on the bottom left. Number 42. Outlaw zones in the tropics and desert automatically flag you for PvP when you enter the new zone. These zones, along with being PvP zones, are also home to packs of elite mobs level 25+. Number 43. Certain mobs, like skeletons, will only spawn at night. If you can't find a specific type of mob, this might be the case. Number 44. When trying to craft a rare item, all parts of the craft must be of the same level of rarity or higher in order to receive the desired item rarity. Number 45. When trying to get higher tiered tools to gather higher tier mats, you need to have built the node specific building that is tied to that type of gathering. For an example, you need to have the lumber milling building for axes and the stoneworks for picks. Number 46. You can combine glint to make the next tier of glint. You do this with a ratio 10 to 1. This will save room in your bag when grinding mobs. Number 47. Generally, quests do not give a lot of XP, and killing mobs gives you more. However, if you choose to do quests, make sure to read the text because some are near impossible without the text context clues. Number 48. Ashes Codex is currently my favorite Ashes of Creation site. They have an interactive map and are working on building out a database. You can research drops and crafts here. Number 49. Weapon finishers at the end of base weapon attack combos can proc status effects. Make sure to continue leveling your weapon skill trees, as this will increase proc chances and overall damage. Number 50. The bigger the group or raid, the less XP per mob per person, but the faster you can kill mobs. While it is not the most efficient running a raid group through one of the bigger point of interests, it is a lot of fun. It will still give you a decent amount of XP and it has a chance for equipment drops. And that is 50. If you like the video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. I'll be streaming all weekend if you want to come in and say hi. Other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.